Hello and welcome to another Pendragon Straight Talk. This week I was asked a sort of personal question really about my own company, and it was what systems do I use to get things done or keep the company on track? We actually follow a thing called EOS. It's a system, it's called the Entrepreneurial Operating System. There's a book called Traction by Gino Wickman that explains it all to you, or you can engage a qualified EOS implementer. It basically keeps you accountable for what you have decided you're going to do over the next year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. So your overall planning gets brought down. It makes you achieve that by every 90 days. We work through a process of what we've done in the previous 90 days and what we're going to do in the next 90 days to get to the end of the year goal. We set what we call rocks in those periods, and those rocks are agreed by the management team. As the CEO, I don't make the decision and don't manage down. The whole process is managed up, so the team know what they've decided is the core things we have to do over the next 90 days so that we reach the end of the year goals which they have set at the beginning of the year. This then leads to individual rocks that have to be done by the CEO and the team, and then this filters down to the rest of the company. So everybody knows what the main focal points are for the next quarter, and more importantly, why we are focusing on those. We then have those rocks put on our separate lists and meet weekly to discuss if they are on track or off track. This is called a level 10 meeting. We'll go around and ask everybody, are you on track or off track? Very simple. If they say they're on track, we move on immediately, no further discussion, no wasting meeting time or words, because they're on track. If they're off track, we put them to one side and we discuss them in the second half of the meeting. How we analyse why they're off track is by the IDS system. We identify the issue, the real issue, what is the real issue behind why something didn't get done, and then solve it so we can get back on track by next week's meeting. In between that, obviously, we discuss and go back maybe to find out that what we think the issue is really there's another issue around that issue. So it's really analysing what the real issue is, discuss it, and then solve it so that by next week we're back on track. The idea is the rocks are the key to the success of the business going forward, reaching its yearly goals, and then its 2 yearly goals and 3 yearly goals. We meet every week, as I said, to discuss the rocks, and then we meet quarterly with our EOS implementer to discuss how our quarter went and what rocks we did or didn't meet. Hopefully we met all of them. And if we did not, we ask why not and analyse them in the same way in that meeting, that daily meeting, in that day meeting, as to what was the actual real issue and what we can do about it over the next quarter to get us back on track. There is obviously more to it than what I've just said. However, the rock setting and achieving the completion of the rocks every quarter is really what keeps your company on track to get to the end of the year and reach those yearly goals. It's kept me personally focused than ever before, and I can't wander off and do something that is not relevant to what our core rocks are for the company or the core rocks for me individually are for the next 90 days. It gives the whole team ownership of what's occurring in the business as they set the rocks and the financial targets, not me. So it's a massive team effort. So that's it in a nutshell. That's the system I'm using. That's how I get things done, and I keep on track to achieve what the team has suggested that we should do for the year and what targets and that we're hoping to meet. Hope that makes sense, and if you enjoyed that one, I look forward to talking to you next week.